Hey, what's up, Silver Stackers? Thank you for tuning in. This is Silver Slayer. There's no wrong way to buy silver, but there are wrong ways to sell. It's called a silver stacking strategy for a reason. We're strategizing. We're not just aimlessly buying and selling silver whenever we feel like. I mean, you could do whatever you want. At least you're transferring fake money into real money, but selling is where you can really make mistakes. Anytime you transfer fake money into silver, even if you get it at a higher price than maybe you could have, at least it's going into something that holds its value. But selling is the exact opposite. Panic selling is a real thing that happens to most stackers, honestly. Most stackers don't even break even, and that's why I try to stress in my videos when the price gets down to hold on, to have faith, to understand why you're truly stacking. Because once you understand that and you don't look at silver in dollar terms, I think that's when you really begin to comprehend, the bigger picture. And when I was interviewing David Morgan, I wanted to bring this question to, up to the conversation. I said, what price would you throw in the towel? What price would you sell your silver? And that sparked a really, really good conversation. He made some really good points. Not only that, though, he also mentioned a very good gauge of how to tell beyond dollar terms, as I was saying. Before we jump into this very, very important video that I really recommend you stick all the way through since there's so much to talk about, I wanted to mention a couple things. I'm doing a massive silver giveaway. Massive, for hitting 60,000 subscribers, so make sure you go enter. Entry video will be in the description. Also, if you want to purchase silver, I got you guys. Miles Franklin, actually David Morgan is also affiliated with them. If you want to purchase some silver, just send an email to info@milesfranklin.com. Let them know what you want. Tubes of eagles, bars, what do you want? Generics, junk, got you. Let them know Silver Slayer sent you. Lastly, I usually don't mention this, but I do, and I will be actually posting a donate link, a PayPal donate link in the description and probably the pinned comment as well. My channel doesn't make a lot of money, but instead of getting an actual job, I take that sacrifice because this is what I love to do. I love making daily videos. I love interacting. I love teaching people. And if that means I don't make as much as I potentially could be making, well, that's okay. So when you donate, it really does help the channel out. It helps me buy better equipment, to make higher quality videos. I need to get a new computer soon. I'm still using a laptop from like 4 years ago. So yeah, if you donate, I really would appreciate it. You don't have to. Just watching the videos is also incredible, and I appreciate every single person. If you did want to donate, I'm also offering that to support my channel further. So anyways, let's jump into this. I really wish I would have seen a video like this when I first started stacking. I try to make a lot of my content revolving around stuff that I wish I knew, because I really want to help people get set off on the best foot. Now, selling is a very complex topic we have to talk about a lot. I really do hope you stick through, because every single thing that I bring up, every single point, every single tip is game changing. And I'm not just exaggerating, I'm being serious. Have you ever thought about this? Where are you going to sell your silver? Are you going to sell it to your local coin shop, just dump it on the table like that Pawn Stars episode? Probably not. Especially if you have some high premium silver, you're going to have to sell it online. But have you ever thought about what it's going to take to sell your silver on eBay, which is probably the main platform? Let's break that down. Let's think about it. Okay, let's sell on eBay. Well, let's say you have 1,000 ounces. You're going to sell 1,000 ounces on eBay. Well, it's 3 to 4 pictures per listing. So that's 3 to 4,000 pictures you have to take. That means you have to take that picture, 4,000, then send those to your email, and then from your email you have to drag onto eBay. That's also 1,000 plus descriptions you have to type out, the width of the coin, what it is, the type. You have to respond to all the different people. You have competition on eBay, PayPal fees, the eBay fees. You have to try to get a rating, which, by the way, if you don't have good ratings, who's going to buy from you? And think about this. Do you think listing your entire stack when it's time to sell at once is going to work? Would you buy from someone that has 0 seller ratings that just made their account last week? I hope not. So what I recommend is this. Make an eBay account right now. Think of a cool, catchy name for yourself or whatever, John's Coins or John's Coin Shop or whatever you want. Make it clever, something, and just sell 1 ounce a month right now. 1 ounce every couple of months, because in 5 to 10 years, when you're ready to dump a lot of your stack, you will have years of seller ratings, hopefully very good seller ratings, and that's a way for you to slowly sell your stack. You don't have to sell your entire stack through those years. You could sell 95% at the end, but at least you will have some legitimacy, some respect, because you've had your account for years compared to someone who just dumps their entire stack in a week or so. And plus, imagine trying to sell 1,000 ounces on eBay within a couple days. That's actually where I first got this from years ago. Years ago. I was still making daily videos like I am today. Years ago, someone emailed me, and I love this guy for saying this because it was so impactful. And sometimes you don't think about something that's pretty common just because, it's just something that's ahead. You're not planning on selling for 5, 10 years, so why think about that right now? But he said this. I think it was around the July 2016 high of $21 silver. Silver finally broke past $20 for the first time. And yes, that might sound crazy low, but back then that was pretty high, since the average price of silver for the last 10 years has been $15. I remember when silver finally broke above $20 in 2016, we were celebrating. But anyways, he emailed me. He said, Silver Slayer, I'm liquidating a lot of my stack right now. I forget what was it, retire something, but I wasn't complaining. And he said, I didn't realize how much work it would be, how time consuming this is. He said, this is a full-time job for me. He said, this is overwhelming, and he wished he would have thought about this before, because maybe he would have gone a different route. Maybe just generic 10-ounce bars, so then he could be that guy on Pawn Stars that goes up to the table, dumps, 5,000 ounces of bars to Rick Harrison, and just cashes out. Now, that's probably not the best route, but that could be some of the route. Have you ever thought about your emergency silver stash? If your car breaks down and you have a medical bill or something, have you ever thought about putting away a little bit of silver that you could sell in case of emergency? That will probably help panic selling. Because when panic selling happens, it's because we're not thinking with our head, we're investing with our heart. We're investing emotionally, which is the worst thing to do. You got to be cool, calm, collect, be able to step outside of yourself, look at things realistically. If you can't do that, if you're someone very anxious, very finicky, always thinking about worst case scenarios, glass half empty, it's going to be a lot harder for you to become a successful investor than someone who's cool, calm, and collect. That's why sometimes I tell people, don't even look at the silver price. Don't even read articles where someone's going to be dunking on silver. It's not even worth it. Just buy silver, throw it in your safe, and hold it for a decade or so. Have you ever thought about the time frame of selling? See, we just talked about one of the most important things first, is making that eBay account and just selling 1 ounce a month, 1 ounce every couple of months, so you're at least building some seller ratings. And also the difference between selling online, between selling to your local coin shop. But there's a lot more to it. I just wanted to get that out of the way because I'm sure people are going to click off this video, or already have, thinking that they don't need to know anything. They know it all, right? These guys know everything. There's nothing they could gain from this video, even though I've only went into one point so far, one tip. That's why I appreciate people that do stick through the entire video. That's actually going to translate into your strategy as well. It shows that you're open-minded and that you're willing to soak up every single piece of information. That's pat yourself on the back if you're still watching this video, and also like the video for doing that as well. And by the way, if you're still watching the video right now, comment down below. What's something random? AG47 forever. That's how I know if people have been watching 10 plus minutes into the video. Type down below AG47 forever. You can say something else with it, but just use that, comment that, so I know that you guys are real Silver Slayer fans. AG47 forever. But anyways, so to move forwards though, we got to get into some other stuff. Remember when I was saying that you can, you know, sell some to your local coin shop and some on eBay? Well, that really does depend upon your stack. If you take a Panda or a Kookaburra to your local coin shop, he's going to offer you around the same price as he would a generic round, which is sad, but it's true. He looks at silver as silver. He looks at silver as silver. Now, that's dangerous because some people probably are going to take their entire stack to the local coin shop and get ripped off. Won't even break even, lose a lot of money. But when do you know it's time to sell? It's hard to tell in dollar terms. And when I asked David Morgan, he said $200. He said around $200, or no, he said $100. Sorry. Someone actually in my comments in my video earlier today, which by the way, shout out to you, my friend. He said a good. I actually pinned his comment on my last video. He said $200 and 20%. 20% at $200 and see how it goes. And that's a very smart idea. By the way, that guy is awesome. He said he watched my full interview with David Morgan 3 times. That was, man, I love comments like that. Like a comment like that makes my day. I can't just say, oh, I appreciate that so much, because that doesn't even come close to describing how that made me feel. But anyways, so that's a good point. You know, dollar terms is kind of hard though, because it's so circumstantial. Are you talking about $100 in 20 years or $100 silver next year? That would play a pretty big difference in if you're selling at $100 or not. You know, because $100 in 20 years won't be worth squat, right? It really doesn't matter. I'm not planning on selling for 25. I mean, I'm not planning on selling for 25, 30 years. So for me to even think about dollar terms is insane, because who knows if the dollar will even exist then? Probably not. So what David Morgan suggested, and this is brilliant, and this is why I'm so glad I asked him this question, is he said, look at when silver becomes overpriced. When overpriced to dollar terms. Wait, how could silver be overpriced? Well, not dollar terms, tangible terms. He said, and this is a perfect analogy, and then I'll even switch it up and branch off of what David Morgan says and use my own. He says an ounce of gold back in the day could get a man a tuxedo, a wristwatch, shoes, whatever, tie. An ounce of gold can still do that today. Just like I always say, a Walking Liberty $half could get you a gallon of gas back in the day. That same Walking Liberty $half can get you a gallon of gas today. Back in the day, it was the face value. 50 cents could get you a gallon of gas. Nowadays, 50 cents can't get you a gallon of gas, but I could take that Walking Liberty, walk down to my local coin shop, sell it for $10 and get myself a couple gallons of gas. So that one coin can get me what back in the day can still get me today, but if that 50 cents was in 2 quarters back in the day, I'd get a fraction. See, that's how silver's timeless. But David Morgan said that ounce of gold that can get you a tuxedo still today, he said when that ounce of gold can buy you half of a Men's Warehouse, not just the tuxedo inside of it, that's when you know it's overpriced. If that Walking Liberty $half could buy me half the gas station instead of just the gallon of gas, that's when it might be overpriced. Thinking in tangible terms. That's a good way to go, because it's hard to compare dollars. Look at something else of value. So for me, especially in 20 years, who knows? It's all circumstantial. I think a very good strategy is never sell your entire stack at once. You never want to peg your entire stack to one price anyways. Like the comment said, the pinned comment, when silver hits $200, sell 20%. At least you know you got some profit, and maybe the price will dip down a little bit, and then you could reinvest that and buy more silver. Who knows? Maybe you could start using the gold to silver ratio, transferring silver to gold or vice versa, earning free silver or free gold, which, yes, a lot of people do that. It's tricky, but you can do it. There's so many different ways. So many different ways, so many different levels when it comes to stacking. And see, this is why I said I wish I would have seen a video like this when I first started stacking. I wish I did. And if you're a new stacker, be grateful that you hear all this, because 99% of people don't. Right, 99, and that's why I really hope that people subscribe to my channel, or at least watch another video that mentions this, which I don't know any other channel on YouTube that talks about this type of stuff or goes this in depth. And I'm not saying that to be cocky. I'm just being honest. I don't know any other channels that really breaks down selling to this degree with this much info. They might talk about, but especially the eBay tip. Making an account now and just selling 1 ounce just to get some seller ratings, and by 5-10 years you'll have hundreds of sales, and it's not going to put a dent in your stack because you're only selling 1 ounce a month, 1 ounce every 3-4 months. That type of stuff could be a game changer. But anyways, I'm trying to think what else. I mean, condition matters, of course. You're going to have to find a specific buyer for certain coins, and this is why, if you're watching this video now and you haven't thought about some of this stuff, you might want to readjust your stack to the direction you plan on selling. If you're someone who just wants to easily liquidate your silver when the price is $200, you probably shouldn't be buying some high premium coins, because that's when you're gonna have to find a specific buyer. Right, you could buy silver for just the metal inside of it. Like the local coin shop owner said, 1 ounce of silver is 1 ounce of silver. He doesn't care how pretty the coin looks. He doesn't care about all that, how fancy it is. He's buying the 1 ounce inside of the coin, and he's going to pay a couple dollars over spot for that coin, not paying the premium just because someone thinks it looks cooler because the design changes yearly. You don't want to sell to people like that. Maybe some generic you can, but if you take a panda in there or a coin that you paid $10 premium, you will get ripped the F off. Pardon my French. So, you got to find a specific buyer online. It might be a little harder. Now, a lot of coins are very popular, but you're still going to have competition even on eBay. And that's why if you start to build a reputation, that could definitely be an angle, because on eBay, if you have a crazy high price for kookaburras, but someone else is selling them $1 cheaper, they're going to go through them. So presentation, the condition, how good of a condition are your coins? Would you buy from someone that has that has a dinged up coin, or someone that has a Bullion uncirculated coin for nearly the same price? Condition plays a, imagine, would you buy from yourself? That's a great way to look at it. If you found yourself on eBay and you were going to sell to yourself, or potentially in the mix of other people, would you buy from yourself? That's how you should look at it. That can kind of take the bias out of it and look realistically as like, am I doing this correctly? So anyways, I'm sure there's a couple of other points I missed. I kind of freestyled this video. If I would have sat down and really brainstormed with a piece of paper, I'd probably have some other ones. I usually don't make my videos like that. I have so much info in my head. I just freestyle my videos. Unless I'm covering an article, I'll just freestyle off of that. But I covered the main stuff. I covered the stuff you really need to know. I'm sure there's a couple other tips, and if anyone else wants to add a couple, then please do in the comment section. Trying to make it an educational conversation for other people to learn, and if you have some tips to help someone out, then please do. So yeah, make sure that you go enter my 60,000 subscriber giveaway. If you found this video as educational or informational and you want to like the video, please do. Like I said, my PayPal donation link will be in the description or the pinned comment. It is a great way to help support my channel a step further. Some people may say it's weird to ask for donations, but It's the same thing as channels that live stream all day on YouTube. They make their money from donations, tips, right? But what's the difference between a video and a live stream? That person just live. I mean, just like on Twitch or anywhere else, people make all of their money from people tipping them. So what's the difference between mine's a video? You're still helping support my channel. I especially, my channel's very small compared to like YouTubers, successful YouTubers. So I don't make anywhere near as much money as them. So donating really does help. But watching my videos, liking, commenting, all that, sharing also does help as well. And I love you just as much as if you did donate. So yeah, I also want to recommend Miles Franklin to you because that's a way to build a direct source with someone who is very respected in that, that has multiple connections to make sure you get what you need. And Andy's a great guy as well. So yeah, let him know Silver Slayer sent you. He'd be glad to hear it. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.